Good afternoon. I want to share some insights gathered as part of a 5-year journey to understand problems and challenges in the area of food traceability and safety. My journey focused on understanding the needs of different stakeholders and also understanding the constraints in different environments and countries. I visited several farms, large and small, in Latin American countries. I was lucky enough to be selected for the IBM blockchain incubator, which enabled me to work closely with several members of the IBM Food Trust group. I was also selected for the SEED program last year, enabling me to work with a highly talented team at Ahold Delhaize. To provide additional context, I want to briefly profile the person behind the technology-enabled traceability push at the FDA. Frank Iyer has extensive experience in food safety, has published a couple of books on the subject, and he's trying to modernize food safety. While at Walmart, Frank came up with what is now known as the famous mango traceability exercise.
My staff meeting, I put them on the table and I said, your trace back exercise starts right now. And we timed how long it took them to get the information for each point of the food system all the way back to the farm. And I'm not going to give you the results.
Every organization in the supply chain knew who had shipped them the mangoes. The challenge was backtracking all the way to the original source, the farm. Each organization would look at purchase orders or incoming shipping notices, identify the supplier, and then call them to find out where they got the mangoes from. Each organization asked the same question: who is your supplier? Walmart conducted a 6-month pilot in collaboration with IBM. Organizations put their data in electronic format and shared the same with others through the IBM Food Trust blockchain network. In a nutshell, FDA's mandate is about reducing the time it takes to respond to outbreaks. It's also about connecting the dots across the supply chain to proactively deal with outbreaks. The FDA mandate was evolving. Almost every grocery chain here in the US and in Europe conducted some traceability pilot with IBM Food Trust. This was the landscape when I embarked on the journey to figure out the impediments or challenges to the widespread adoption of the blockchain prototype. After working with several stakeholders in the produce supply chain, it became quite obvious to me that tracing produce by barcode or RFID tag alone is not sufficient. We are scanning barcode on the box without looking at the quality of the produce inside. The barcode scan versus look inside inspection is also complicated by the way teams are organized in the warehouse. Receiving of incoming produce is handled by the operations team. Inspections conducted by the quality team. The two teams do not interact much. There is a need for something I call barcode plus. Every time a barcode on a box is scanned, can a picture of what's inside the box also be captured? Such an approach provides a more complete picture than data from simple barcode scan or RFID reading. When you use a smartphone, you can capture several labels at the same time. As you are capturing labels, you can take a quick picture of what's inside. The effort involved is very minimal. I'm going to take a brief detour here to showcase some new technologies and how they are applied for traceability. You are looking at a passing document. It can be a purchase order or a sales order or an invoice. Machine learning models can infer and interpret data from scanned text. For example, you see Classic Harvest, recognized as the supplier name. The auto tagging by machine learning model makes the extracted data easy to ingest into existing systems. So here you see line items, quantity, unit price. They are automatically parsed and fed into existing systems, even when the layout of the documents, invoice, sales order is different. The models can still extract meaningful data. Several companies offer such extraction services via API call. It does not cost a lot of money to integrate such services into your existing system. So, how do these machine learning models help with traceability? A recurring occurrence in produce shipments is that product lot or quantity can change during actual loading for quality reasons. If there is extra space in the trailer, additional items may be added to fill it to the max. This is an example of a bill of lading, and when last minute changes are made, they are often in handwritten form. So you can see lot numbers, LPNs, on this document. This is sent as part of bill of lading. This messy handwritten up-to-date lot and LPN info is taken with the truck, and the truck driver usually gives it to the supervisor, receiving supervisor at the destination. The information from BOL and load sheets are manually entered into ERP systems. By auto-parsing such information, we can reduce data entry errors, enhance productivity, and also improve product traceability, which depends on lot data. I had also briefly touched upon produce inspection. They are part of normal receiving workflow. One source of contention during receiving is that the receiver is expecting grade A, and the produce out of the truck looks more like grade C or worse, moldy. How does one resolve such quality disputes? The norm is to call for a USDA inspection. You are looking at a USDA inspection here. If you look at the top right, you can see one had to wait nearly 6 hours and pay $260. If one can cut the wait time from 6 hours to a few minutes and reduce the cost from $260 to near zero, these will serve as powerful incentives for the widespread adoption of the system. Moving on, I want to recognize a new entrant to the produce supply chain: automated pick and pack, as well as micro fulfillment centers. You have shipped produce to MFCs. Robots pick and package them for delivery to end consumers. Who inspects and culls spoiling produce from MFCs? In the next couple of videos, you'll see a remote inspection, one connecting a micro fulfillment center in Boston with a remote inspector in Cincinnati, Ohio. We are showing the MFC in the lab format because it's difficult for a human to get inside the dense structure. You'll see the same picking robot and the plastic totes they use.
Okay, great. Yeah, well, I just happened to be looking at some strawberries myself. Why don't we take a look?
So the inspector is looking on his cell phone, looking at inside the app and basing his assessment based on the vivid video he's seeing.
Strawberry packs inside a plastic tote are being inspected by Gerald. This shows what he sees on his phone. The same can also be seen on a tablet or a desktop by multiple people in a collaborative manner. As you can see, it's a very clear and crisp image of the fruit. Prompts are included so even those with limited knowledge can capture relevant features of the produce under inspection. While this is shown here with humans in the loop, in reality, pictures and videos will be taken at the pick station. Freshness assessment will be made from such captured images or video in a semi-automated and asynchronous manner.
In the next demo, the demo will look like any video conference all of us have participated in one time or another. The main difference is that grading standards are available as prompts on the app. Even those not trained in USDA inspections can easily inspect produce. We capture relevant images of produce, barcodes from the video. At present, the app supports real-time translation of chat and text among the participants. In a few months, we can also offer real-time translation of spoken words. The only thing the model is still struggling to do is figuring out if the participants are in their pajamas or pants. We should have it ready by next year.
My name is Bruce Moya, and I'm out of the farm facility in Texas.
Hey Luz, how you doing? Joe Morgenthal here at the Wilder facility here in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Thanks, Joe. And I'm Tully Trantham. I'm here at the Farmers Best Sales Office in Nogales, Arizona.
So Tully, I think we were gonna get a look at some of the cucumbers. Luz is on. Hey Luz, how you doing?
Doing well, sir. So,
Good.
so here today we have the Farmer's Best Super Select.
Awesome.
See what our palette looks like.
Looking good.
We can grab
PI label.
barcodes, SSCI labels from the video.
Our palette tag.
So you're looking at sweepers right now?
Smartphones have built-in cameras and GPS. At least 95% of the personnel involved in produce supply chain, including farm workers, own smartphones. Inspection prompts and guidance help anyone capture meaningful and required features on the produce under inspection. E-commerce has become the norm. How will one track and trace the last mile delivery of produce? In my view, a smartphone-based visual system can easily capture barcodes, tag data, and compliance documents. A cloud-based system can extract relevant information from such images or video, combine the data in meaningful ways, share the same among all authorized shareholders. Such a system will greatly improve food safety. If need be, the same data can also be pushed to a blockchain network.
At every point along the supply chain, the app takes a picture or pictures of the produce inside the box and the barcode outside the box. Images are analyzed using an intelligent image processing platform to ensure consistency. Disputes about the quality of produce are common. We use an intelligent, human-integrated AI platform that lets buyers and sellers inspect the produce through video conferencing. We also provide real-time language translation.
Thank you very much. Now I can take a few questions.
Sridhar.
Yes.
Hey, my friend. One question for you. I'm wondering if you can speak a little bit to the composition of your team, what roles they play, if any, that you have right now, and what you might need going forward to take this to the next level.
We have 2 machine learning engineers, full-time training models. We have an app. The development is outsourced to a team I have worked with for the last 10 years. So that part, we do some cloud-based work on a contract basis with US developers. So we have 3 developers on a contract basis, 2 machine learning engineers. We've been fortunate to be able to work with a few pilot partners. So there is a large distributor. You saw Farmers Best, a grower from Mexico. Last year, we were fortunate enough to work with Ahold. So moving forward, it's really looking to deploy in the field. We are looking for more pilot opportunities.
Do you have a business development representative to help you with that? That's what I'm.
We don't. Yeah, a business representative would be very helpful. Yes.
Right now, that's just you.
Yes.
You are you wear the hats. Yeah.
Multiple hats. So.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. So the types of companies that you're trying to create partnerships with would fall under which categories?
We would like to partner with actual growers, preferably outside the US, because there are a lot more requirements for bringing in a produce from outside the US. There are foreign supplier verification program. There are a lot of audit compliance documents. This is where the translation capability, auto document extraction capabilities add very high value. So you can get it real time. We are working with a distributor, maybe working with a retail grocery chain would be helpful.
That makes sense. And I don't want to prod too deep, but I wanted to ask what kind of runway you have right now to experiment with these international growers.
Oh, we have at least 3 years to go. We are in a very comfortable position, and we see the need. You know, just because you have a solution, people are not going to adopt it immediately. So we see a nice fit between what is needed and what we have to offer. So, you know, we are committed, and we have at least 3 years to go through. As I said, there are domestic networks. People are trying to link suppliers within US, but more than 50% of the produce used in US is imported. And the compliance audit requirements are a lot more. So we think we have found a niche. So, you know, I was in Costa Rica and Guatemala. Even in small farms, workers have access to a smartphone. So, you know, we are very high on the smartphone-based compliance, traceability, and tracking.
Well, that's awesome, my friend. I asked this question just because, as you said yourself, it takes a while to create that partnership. So yes. I want to see if people are interested in this particular field. It blends a unique set of skills. I think it's international. It's a little bit of politics, a little bit of business development, and around food, there's many compliance, as you said. So it takes a certain set of skills. Yeah.
I know the FDA compliance is coming. You know, there's a legal requirement, so that helps us to. People have to comply with what FDA says. So
I got you. Are you hiring?
Pardon?
I said, are you hiring?
On a contract basis, not on full-time W-2, right. But we are looking for good salespeople on a contract commission basis.
Yeah.